Welcome back, everyone. This is Nate from Nate's Here and There, coming to you from near or far. This is volume 19 of the day in life of a truck driver. It's I gotta finish this trip heading back to the DC, and I got another trip I got to do. I'm bringing it up now in my layover. I got to go to Charlotte, Kings Mountain, and Shelby, and back to Pageland. So grab a chair on this day the Lord has made. Sit back and enjoy. This is where I stayed at last night, here at the rest area on I-77, exit 65, between 65 and 66. I'm doing my pre-trip right now. Now I will show how, when I was saying my tire pressure, just use a regular old ball peen hammer, regular old claw hammer, or a bat, and you just hit your tires. And it's got a certain sound when you hit it. You'll know, you'll actually know. I gotta get down here and check lug nuts. I seen DOT doing this. On another truck on the side of the road. Now, if you hear this, if I hit this tire, you get, now the trailer tires, you can hear it, a certain sound. You have to have that certain sound when you, or it's inflated. You can hear it echoing. That's what you want to hear. But this is a decent size rest area. They got some vending machines are over here. That's your vending machines right here. And these are picnic tables and all. Your restrooms are straight this way. This building right there. That's where your restrooms are. It's a you know, okay rest area. Now you got some of them that's really nice. You go inside, they got all kind of different information on the state or what area you're in. Those are welcome centers. That's mainly where near your state lines. And this is the APU unit that I was talking about yesterday. It runs the air and the heat. And it keeps it really cold in the truck. That's one thing I love. It runs off the diesel fuel in the truck. You fill the tanks up, and it just runs off the diesel fuel that you put in the truck. Now, there's another thing that you have to check, because people in the truck stops or rest areas are not really on the up and up. So you have to actually check your airlines. I've had it happen to me. Well, yeah, I have. I've had somebody come in and unhook my airline while I was in the truck stop. when I was over the road. This wasn't here. I was over the road. Somebody came and unhooked my airline. And sometimes I seen them, they unhook the fifth wheel. That ain't right. I said somebody mad at a company that wouldn't hire them. I made it back to the DC here, and what I was saying a while ago about people that, yeah, you got people in truck stops that are really, really nasty. Not only do they trash up the place, you know, they go in and a company hasn't hired them, and they was wanting to get on with that company. They'll go and they'll unhook your airlines, and I've even heard of them. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of them cutting the airlines. And yeah, that's just childish. If you can't take that somebody couldn't hire you, hey, there's 3 million other companies out here. There's a ton of trucking companies. Alright, I arrived at my first stop here at the Arboretum in Charlotte. Whew, this was a tough back right here. I had to stop the camera and show you. I had the blind side. Whew. There was a truck in the door. There was like a meat truck, some kind of delivery truck in the door. And that's rough. That's the only bad thing about driving a truck sometimes. You got to get in some tight spots. But, you know, you got experience. Sometimes, you know, you can get out of these spots sometimes. You know, I've seen other drivers. Now, I'm not throwing off on nobody, but I have seen other drivers come into spots this tight, throwing their truck around, trying to back up and turning the steering wheel before they need to. And the thing about it, you just let the trailer, you just follow the trailer. The trailer tell you where it wants to go. You just follow it. I done left that stop. I couldn't do my video when I was leaving because there was another driver came in, meat produce, and I had to hurry up and get out of his way. So the video had to wait until I got out here on the away from the store, out here on the entrance ramp. But I was gonna say this: that store, oh my goodness, that store don't make it easy to get turned around. Man, I thought I wasn't gonna never get out of there because it's tight getting out of there. Some of these stores are, but that's just part of the job. It can make you queasy sometimes trying to pull out of some of these, back in some of these stores. Yeah, I arrived here at my next stop, my second stop, here in Kings Mountain. And that was a little rough. It took me It took me almost an hour and a half to drive from Charlotte to here, which is only like maybe 30 miles, 40 miles at the most. That traffic was bad today on 485. I do not like 485. It reminds me so much of 285 in Atlanta. If you're from Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about. Charlotte is no different. In Atlanta, it's just, I mean, there's so many people there. And Charlotte's starting to be the same way. It's just crazy with all the traffic. I gotta say this back right here into this dock will put it will make you use your skills a lot, because you gotta back off of a road. You gotta back off of and the thing about it, you gotta block the road up. I mean, this is not too bad. Not too bad of a back. But, you know, well, it can be. Sometimes we got people coming through here. But you got to do what you got to do to get in the door and deliver your freight. I arrived at my last stop here in Shelby, North Carolina. I didn't film when I was leaving the store. I was kind of a little aggravated. I was backing into the door, trying to back in. Had this probably a teenager driving, went around me, and I mean, in really close to the truck, and there's not enough room back there where I was at for a car and a truck. That's the only bad thing about it. I got kind of aggravated because I could have tore her car up and the truck. I didn't make it back to the DC. I know I keep saying I'm going back to the DC. I go back the next morning. It's been a rough day. I mean, a really rough day. I can turn my radio on real quick. It's been a really stressful day. I left 1452, which was over in Charlotte, and I didn't get unloaded like I was supposed to, which I'm not blaming nobody. You know, sometimes it happens, but it's been a rough day, you know, driving, and plus the traffic in Charlotte. Oh my goodness. They need to figure out something. I mean, the traffic in Charlotte is crazy. I don't like it. Another thing, what I was talking about earlier today, you know, about people in the truck stops. They tell me I got to cut my computer off. It's warning me. Or go off duty. But the people in the truck stops, I mean, you got unhappy people everywhere. I just wish that people wouldn't be so, you know, just move on. Wouldn't be so mad, and you know, if you didn't get hired with a company, okay, try again. That's the big thing about I know I was at, when I went through onboarding at Walmart, there was this driver there, and he failed the first time. He had to come back in 6 months and do it again. And I'm going to tell you this right now. He was so determined. He was so determined to do it. And he actually did really good the next time. He's running out of Monroe, Georgia. There's some drivers I used to keep up with. I'm not out of Shelby anymore. Shelby, North Carolina, DC. I'm not out of that one. I transferred to Pageland, which is closer to my home. But I'll say this: if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit your bell to notify you when we upload videos just like this one. Like, share, and comment on the videos. With all that said, be safe. God bless. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember to let go, let God. Bye now.